Sia and Zwandile. You all good? Can we start?
Yeah.
Thank you. Right, we go to Ken Boland. Ken?
Thanks, Ryan. Afternoon, Sia. Afternoon, Mzwandile. Mzwandile, just to start with you, the new 50-22 rule that's going to be in play, how much is it going to change the game, and how much time have you guys spent working on adapting to that?
Yeah, unfortunately for us, we only did this week to start working on that rule. And once again, we're not going to change much on our game plan and how we want to play the game. But once again, if we do get an opportunity with the kickers that we've got in our team, if you look at the likes of Franstein, he's got a massive foot, so maybe we'll take advantage with him. Otherwise, the rest, we're just going to stick to the way we want to play. I don't think we're going to change that much.
Thank you, Ken. Matthew Pierce of SuperSport. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sia, Stocker. Sia, obviously a well-deserved victory and a very tense series against the British and Irish Lions. How tough has it been, or not, to refocus minds this week, given that you've got a rugby championship title to defend, and also the number of players now getting a first opportunity for Test rugby this week?
Yeah, man. I don't think it was tough at all, because we made that decision on Saturday already. We enjoyed ourselves and celebrated, and then Sunday we already had clips of Argentina, but our coaching staff had already done that long before, so they were prepared already. So they sent us the clips that they usually do, so we were already on Argentina, because we know this is a completely different challenge. So we can't prepare any less than we did before. Also, our training has been a bit different, which has been really good. We think to adapt on the way that Argentina play, or make sure that we can get our game plan going. And yeah, it's a great opportunity for the guys that are getting the opportunity. Joseph is getting his first test start. Joseph. So, and also guys who are getting opportunities, guys are starting at the back, and Apelele and Spoo is back again. So, and France, who hasn't played in a while, and Alton starting there again, obviously Jesse. So I'm really looking forward to them. Playing. The guys are hungry. They really want to play. And yeah, they're going to bring the energy this week. They're going to bring a lot of the energy. The guys are hungry. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, because we cannot chill a single bit. We cannot think about last week, because that's gone now. Argentina obviously are coming here flat out wanting to prove a point.
And Sia, you're the only consistent in the 4 test matches, the Lions and this one, in the back row in terms of combinations. Injuries have played their part, and you've got another back row combination tomorrow against Argentina. Just your thoughts on that blend with Jasper and Kwacha?
Yeah, I think we've played. I think we were once on the field all together at once, but it's no different. Myself and Kwacha have played with each other for quite a bit, and yeah, we work well together. And obviously Jasper, he's every week he's getting better. He's getting more comfortable in everything that we're doing. I think that's the most important thing. And we know the challenge we have ahead of us. They've got a strong pack. They've picked probably their best side. They could have chosen. So yeah, and we know they've got hard ball carriers. They've got guys who get in the breakdown, but we're not going to change the way we play, but we want it to be sharper in a lot of things as a guy. So I'm looking forward to what we can do. I can't focus too much on them. If we get our stuff right, then it doesn't really matter who we're playing against.
And just a further word for Joseph Dweba. I mean, you think back to your first test cap in Nelspruit and what it meant to you, and how it's been for him in this build-up week, waiting for his opportunity and now getting it. How special has the week been for him?
Yeah, I thought it went well. Like playing hooker is an important position. A lot of us, we got a lot of senior guys who've played a lot of games, but when it comes to scrumming and stuff, we look to him, so he has to take that in, and he's taken it in stride. And we've got guy like Ox and Vilko also who played a lot, so they're gonna work together in that. They're gonna lead us and take charge, when it comes to the scrum battle. And that's the great thing about this team. Whether you have 0 caps or 89 caps or 90 caps, we all have duties, as team members. And whether you're the captain or whatever, you all listen to the person that's in charge then. And we've tried to make it special for him. And I think he's enjoyed it, and what's less nice for him to step on the field. And I'm sure, I know he's excited. I know, he can't wait to get on the field. And it's been special. That's all he's worked towards to become here, and it's been a journey and a half. We had to go overseas for him to get the opportunity. And now he's got the opportunity, and I think he will use it well.
Thanks, Sia. Stokker, Sia mentioned all those changes in the back line. And perhaps if we can start with the back three with you, it's a particular area of interest for you. And Damian Willemse has shown his versatility in a big way this season. Just your comments on the balance of that back three with Damian at 15 and Spoo and Apalele.
Yeah, Matt, you know what, we're looking forward to see those guys, on the field. Those guys have really worked very hard, and the success that we had against the British and Irish Lions, I think those guys were the key, behind the scenes. I'm talking about now on the training sessions. They've really pushed hard, and I'm excited to see them getting an opportunity. A guy like Spoo, he's been around with us, and we know what he can do. He's got a bit of X factor, and Apalele Fast is a youngster, also. He's been performing well for the Sharks, so even when he played against Georgia, he had some couple of good touches there. So we're actually just looking forward to see those guys getting an opportunity. Like Sia mentioned earlier on, they've been really knocking, So a guy like Damian Willemse has been playing off the bench as one of the bomb squad members, So for him now to be able to get a starting lineup, I think also when it comes to his game, he's starting to mature in his game, where he does his basics very well. So we are actually happy to see those guys also getting an opportunity now. And once again, the most important thing is one of the goals when it comes to us as a Springbok is to make sure that we build some strong depth for our squad. And that is exactly what we are trying to do now, not to say that we're just going to keep on making changes all the time. It's the matter of whenever we get an opportunity to give the other guys also opportunity to build that depth, we have to make sure that we use that opportunity, and also making sure that we give other guys also some time to recover. Otherwise, looking forward, mate.
And last one, Stokker, defensively, how important to have the experienced heads of Elton, France, and Jesse in that access there from a defensive perspective?
Yeah, I think that is the key thing, mate. If you look at the balance of that squad, you've got guys that have been there before for a while. The experience of Kobus, Elton, in the middle with Franz Stein and Jesse Krill. We know those guys have done it for us before. We know they've got what it takes. And the fact that you've got maybe one or two youngsters on the outside channels where they can bring some X factor in the game. So that is the key thing for us. And you know very well that we take a lot of pride when it comes to our defense. And those guys, I don't doubt at all that they're going to step up also into that position and making sure that they will grab their opportunity also. So yeah, it's going to be tough. Argentina, they've got good players. They've selected probably the best team that they could possibly select from their squad. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one, but yeah, we'll be up for the challenge.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sia and Zondile and Matthew. Right, we move on, and Craig Ray, you're up next.
Thanks, Rayon. Afternoon, guys. Stokker, Sia. Sia, just a maybe bigger picture question. The Lions is almost a sealed environment. It's a specific objective, almost a tournament within itself. How important is it between World Cups to establish yourself as the dominant team? Because we've seen the Springboks win World Cups and then sort of not back it up. And so far, you've backed it up really well in the short time you've had. How important is that for the team, a focus for the team to be a great side between World Cups as well?
Yeah, Greg, I think for us, the decision we made, when Coach Russell came, and Coach Stick and Jock, they all had a plan, and the plan was obviously there was goals in between everything, and winning the World Cup was part of that. And also, we knew we were playing towards the British and Irish Lions, but if we had no COVID that year, our goal was to maintain, be number one, and consistently stay there. So that's our goal, is to be number one as long as we can, and play properly, not just be there. So that's been the drive for us. We don't want to be a once-off win and then disappear. We knew we want to be there, and the biggest way to challenge that is what we're doing with our unions, the work that you're doing, the stuff that people don't see, that Coach Stoker looks at and sends you clips. And that's how we're maintaining, not being comfortable anymore. And you come in here, you're pushing for spots, but also remembering that our number one goal is to make sure the team is the most important, and making sure that we're staying that number one level. So whoever is chosen, if you don't get chosen, you don't drop your lip the whole week. You still help the others there, playing in your place. So and so that's been the biggest thing was driving us. We want to be number one for as long as we can, and we want to win games, we want to win trophies, and that's how you become number one, by winning your games and trophies and working hard consistently.
Yeah, thanks. Stoker, just quickly on that, just from a coaching point of view, how hard is it to keep, your job, I guess, is to keep the environment fresh and happy and exciting. Is that a challenge as a coach?
Not really, Craig. I think if you had to ask me now, percentage-wise, how do we prepare for each team that we're playing against? If you look at how we were preparing against the British and Irish Lions, I don't think there's much difference, to what we are doing now. Currently, going to play against Argentina and going to the championship. We respect all the teams that we're playing against, and we stick to our routine. And once again, Sia mentioned a few things about we had goals from the beginning in 2018. And those goals, we've got a certain actions that we need to take to be able to get closer to those goals, So the process and how we do things and how we analyze the teams and how we share information with the players and sticking to the routine, it doesn't change irrespective of you playing against British and Irish Lions. So the main focus thing for us is to making sure that we are consistent in what we are trying to do, and what we want to achieve. And to be honest with you, we have set a standard for ourselves, and now the biggest challenge for us is to make sure that we maintain everything that we want to achieve, making sure that we perform every game that we play, so that's the biggest thing for us. So we don't disrespect any team. We treat everyone the same, the amount of information, the amount of analyzing, going deep into understand the DNA of the opposition. So we respect everyone. And I have to be honest and say, it's going to be tough against Argentina, If you look at the games they played against Wales, where they went away from home and managed to get good results there. So once again, it's going to be tough, but we respect everyone the same.
Thanks.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Stoker. Nathan Gogela, you're up next.
Afternoon, my daughter. I've got two important questions, if that's okay, Ray.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Thank you.
Okay, Sia, this week you were crowned the MTN Player of the Series. From captaining a successful Stormers Western Province side to being a World Cup winning captain / Lions series and everything else in between, do you want to briefly share your ups and downs so far as captain of franchise and national sides respectively?
Okay. No.
Do you have time, Ryan? Do you have enough time?
No, there's been a lot. There's been a lot. I think, but I'll narrow it down. For me, the I would say the downs would be obviously the challenges I face individually as a person, and being injured, the injuries before the World Cup, having to fight back and fight, and having a coach that backs me and and says, if you can get right, you're definitely getting on the plane. I only played one game before we got on the plane to go to Japan, and also coming back, winning the World Cup, obviously that's a huge help for me. Going to the World Cup was big, and then coming back and being injured, that was a challenge, and playing, and playing would feel I was not in the best shape I could have been, but obviously, I needed to play, and having to make the decision to go to Durban was, that was tough, but it was a bold decision, but I knew at the time I really needed the challenge. I need new environment, and it was hard to leave the family behind and go there and go to Durban. But going there when I got there, and I remember it was when I flew there, it was dark day, raining, landed the next morning, the sun came up, and I knew this is the beginning of the new chapter for me. And I can only look forward from here. That helped me quite a lot. And yeah, here in the team environment, I think just the biggest ups is the guys that I play with and the preparation that's been put in from the coaches, the messaging that goes through. Simple. Honestly, it's so simple. This simplest messages, simple rugby. We just want you. They want us to focus on the stuff that doesn't require our talent, because our talent becomes naturally. So I really do love it, and the other guys who help me when I don't know something, they help me too. So those are the biggest things for me. And my lowest moment has obviously been injuries and also losing form.
Okay, so I'm moving to the second question. Before again, we have to give credit where credit is due, but the captain, but the carpet needs to be lifted on the growing dust that comes underneath. Last week we saw the Springbok captain run out in the Cape Town Stadium again, victorious. During the week, we witnessed a joyful and victorious Springbok women's side led by Lusanda Dumke. Siverso is what led a successful 7 side to the Olympics. But guess what? All these figures have in common. They're all from the Eastern Cape. We speak so highly about rugby players from the Eastern Cape, yet the province hasn't reached its full potential in rugby compared to other top provinces. Now, gentlemen, both of you come from the same province, either as coaches or as players. How can this problem be fixed? Sibonilo played, but playing in dusty fields in English terms. Same province the Victorious Sparks are playing in on the weekend.
Yeah, Nathan, I know once again we're all passionate about Eastern Cape, I am who I am because of this place. They gave me the platform, they gave me the opportunity, and I will always be grateful of it. Eastern Province, since the young age, where I represented them, they looked after me, their development systems, So once again, from my side, it's always nice to see players coming through, You've mentioned the names earlier on, Olusanda, Osia, Ozinhle, ladies, I'm talking about those Sheiks, Nagi Sevens. So there's a lot of guys that are coming from the Eastern Cape, and we know there's a lot of potential out there in Eastern Cape. So once again, without going deep into the boardroom stuff, I think for me, we just need to make sure that we keep on looking after those talent. We keep on giving those youngsters opportunities. I'm talking from the school level now. Because we know we've got good schools. If you look at the schools from East London, Selborne, Dale College. If you look at the guys, teams like in PE, is Great PE still okay? Good, of course. Okay. If you look at teams like Great PE, Daniel Pinar, so those schools have got good history, when it comes to their sport. So once again, I'm not gonna really go that much deep into the boardroom stuff. But once again, Nathan, we don't doubt at all that there's a lot of potential coming from Eastern Cape, and it's still gonna be, that potential will still gonna be around for the next, probably 500 years. Because of, if you go deep down in the rural areas, there by close to East London, around where Makazole and them come from, there's a lot of potential there. So it's a matter of just the guys, some of them, they need opportunities, they need to be given support. The best message from me, it will be just to make sure that we get the proper development systems in place. That is, I'm one of the product of those development systems. So once again, it's good to see guys coming from Eastern Cape, and it's good to see them at least achieving greatness in their careers.
Thank you, Stoker.
Thanks, Coach.
Right, we'll have one or two more in English, and then we will give Kosa a section, then a chance, a few guys to ask questions in Kosa. Right, we go to Luis Chiesa in South America, ESPN Scrum. Luis?
Good afternoon, Sia and Stoka. Sia, yesterday Mario Ledesma, Puma's head coach, said that playing against the South African forwards is the biggest challenge a player can have. What does mean to you, and what do you think about Argentinian forwards?
It's a challenge to play against them too. They speak a strong pack. And we've had a lot of tough battles against each other. I think you would know from the days that he played, and like you have to be up for against Argentina, because they're always up, and the mauling and the scrumming that they pride themselves in. So for us too, it's hard because we are similar. We are similar in the way we play. We both set piece, scrumming and mauling, and breakdown. We all get involved there. So there's strong back. There's so many guys in that team that I respect, and that we all have to turn up when we play against them. So yeah, it's that mutual respect against them. That's why, as coach said, we prepare as hard as we can. Like we did last week, we were doing the same thing now, but I think it's going to be a different challenge this week, and I'm looking forward to it. We're looking forward as a team.
Thank you, Sia. Right, Justin Ford.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Prastoka, I can tell you I was at great PE this morning. They are still good to go. Guys, just off the field, coming back home. It's the first time you're going to be playing in your hometown since winning the Rugby World Cup. It's a very different environment. You're not able to go and visit people. Sia, your school misses you. They were hoping that you could have visited them. But with that being said, how do you guys deal with that? What is your message to the people of Gqeberha and the surrounding areas, knowing that they can't physically see you guys in person?
Yeah, and honest truth, Justin, to be honest to you, it's this week for me, I've been a bit down, I've been a bit depressed a bit. The fact that it's the first time in my life coming to PE where I can't even visit my family, and we know how passionate they are when it comes to supporting us as the locals. We know how they are as good supporters towards the Springbok Rugby, So I've been a bit down. I've been a bit sad with the situation, but once again, this is not the only challenge. It's not only us that are facing this challenge. Even when we were in Cape Town, some guys from Cape Town also couldn't visit their family. So once again, it is what it is now. It is a tough challenge for everyone, but I have to also toughen up, But once again, you've mentioned this place is a very, very special place to me personally. I know for Sia, for sure also. So it's very, very sad for me that we couldn't go and spend time with our close ones, talking about families and friends, and I know how passionate they are, supporters here. It would have been nice to see that stadium. For sure, it was going to be packed. I remember the last time I went to the stadium as a supporter, I think it was in 2017 when I wasn't involved with the Springboks. I went to watch them playing against Argentina. If you remember the game, I think it was Kevin Bosch who made his debut for the Springboks. So it's always a special place for us to come back home, and it's very, very sad that we want to have supporters on the stands. But once again, that's why when we are playing, you can see that it's deeper than just what is happening between the four lines. You can tell the guys when they're playing between the four lines, they're playing for plus minus 58 million South Africans, So we will keep on doing the same thing to make sure that we're making our South African proud, So that is what we stand for as a Springbok team, So yeah, very sad, but once again, we'll keep trying our best and making sure that we make all our supporters and proudly South Africans very, very proud.
Sia, just something short from your side, please.
No, I think Coach said it all. Yeah, it's a funny, weird feeling being here, but actually we're not seeing everyone. But we do say to the people of Gqeberha that we, and Eastern Cape in general, we appreciate the people of Gqeberha. We appreciate always the support. There's people still showed up at the airport. It really means a lot to the guys. It's always special to come here, like playing anywhere else in South Africa, and I miss, seeing the people in the stands. I remember the last time I played here when we sang the national anthem. I will never forget that feeling. It was fully packed at the stadium. So yeah, we will give our best, and hopefully the next time we come, we can celebrate, we can meet the people, we can take photos and sign people's shirts and it's tough. It's really tough, but we do appreciate the people support on social media, sending us messages and videos, and wearing jerseys on Fridays, and Saturdays as well. So yeah, we are grateful, and hopefully the next time we come back, that the people can come and watch us play.
Thanks, Sia. And right now we say good afternoon to Hanyiso.
Molweni manene, ingqawa siseGqeberha.
Molo Kanyisi.
Phambi ndibuze umbuzo ombhoxo ndingayifana naphi iqadidi apha eGqeberha.
Kolisi. There's a new bride, the Ify.
No man, plastic pomoya manqale ngawo man ne. Njengoba ke khani idlale kunyaka wonke kwi-rugby championship kuzaba njani ke niphinde nisiqhelanise nalambhoxo wokuqala then wesibini ndiva kuthiwa lo mdlalo ovavanyo we-New Zealand uzadlala in neutral territory. Izaba njani loo nto nidlala umdlalo obalulekileyo ningadlala eNew Zealand? Zabe ndize kwe wena Gqwashu.
Ukuqala Khanyiso, unfortunately, like ndake ndayithetha le nto before ukuthi ba akho nto na personally akho nto bendiyazi ngento ekuthiwa yi-pandemic, akho nto bendiyazi ngokuba kuthiwa kukho i-land i-quarantine ezaa terms entoni. So intsha le nto ukuthi wena Khanyiso yabo, and ke asikwazi ube sicomplaina ngayo ngoku because of ayi-challenge efacwe sithi qha, uyabona, lilizwe lonke elifacwe lo sathana we-virus. Eyona nto ibalulekileyo ukuthi make sure uba siyakwazi ukuthini u-adjusta kuyo yonke le situation sikuyo, and we know that siyayazi uba ikuthafu wena Khanyiso, but kodwa ke into esizilungiselela yona thina ukuya kule championship njengoba besenditshilo eqaleni ngoba ndithetha ngesigesi sithi ba thina sifocusa kwi-process yethu, indlela esifuna ukwenza ngayo izinto, indlela esifuna udlala ngayo, sifocusa kulaa nto thina ukwenzele noba whoever sizabe sidlala naye, yabona, noba ngeyiphi itumente esadlala yona, asizutshintsha kakhulu iroutine yethu, indlela esenza ngayo izinto. So ke kule nto besiyenza before i-British and Irish Lions, yabona, akho nto sizoyitshintsha ngamandla wena Khanyiso tata, because of then basiyiwinile la series, it means by yonke indlela esisebenza ngayo kwangoku iyasebenza. So ke andiqondi uba iyabe into nengqondo ukuba masitshintshe too much kule nto siyenzayo. So yes, sizawukwazi then there sifake, yabona, sitwike izinto around, yabo, but kodwa ke tata atikho nto ingamandla sizayitshintsha wena, sizawuqhubekeka kule ndlela sidlala ngayo, sithi make sure uba kodwa siya improve and keep getting better. And then ki-New Zealand basizodlala kwi-neutral venue, possibly kuthethwa ngephepha, yabona tata, thina sino-complaina thina because ke ukukhuluma iqiniso kuwe tata kunzima udlala ne-All Blacks eNew Zealand. And you know about those moments, zii-moments ongasoze uzilibale njengeplayer ifanga xa uwina ne-All Blacks xa udlala nabe-New Zealand. But kodwa ke neli thuba salifumana sidlalele Perth nabo, sizalamkela thina and sizawusebenzisa nge-advantage apha kakuthi kwenzele intoni, because ayazi kuba nzima lo crowd yabo kwela cala phaa, unqabile ubona i-green jerseys esitandini phaa, yabo. So otherwise ke tata sizalivuyelela thuba thina nje uba sikwazi udlala, because laa mdlalo kaloku between thina nabo ubaluleke kakhulu kwi-history yerugby, yabo. So I don't think izawuba nomehluko kakhulu uba sidlalela eNew Zealand or Australia, because of sidlala ngamaqela amabini ngoku siyaziyo uba xa idibene amabini kuyangquzulwana imini yonke. So hayi ke tata sabe